It's the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show.
Frank.
Come on, the Frank
the
Show.
Frank.
What? The
Frank.
Frank Show.
Frank.
Come on, the
Frank.
Frank
Frank.
Show.
Frank.
What? The
Frank.
Frank
Frank.
Show.
Frank.
Come on,
Frank.
Frank
Frank.
Show.
Frank.
It's time for the show. Aloha headsets, Frankie Boy here, and welcome to another fantastic week in the world of PlayStation VR. On the show today, we're going to be talking about 3 new games coming to us this week, some updates to some of our favorites, a little bit of news, and some housekeeping from last week. Now, first up, if you were privy to the Discord as well as Twitter and a couple other sources, you would see that last week I hid a code for Apex Construct somewhere on the interwebs. Now, I promise to do this again, and I'm going to continue doing this because it's a whole lot of fun. Like a little breadcrumb trail, it will lead you from one spot to the next, and they're all going to start right here on these videos. Now, on to what's coming to us this week. First up, we have Moss coming to us, our friendly little mouse quill that you control in one of the most amazing looking PlayStation VR games I've seen in a while. Now, everybody loved the demo, and everybody that's had their hands on this game has said it's fantastic, and it's going to be our next great hit. Now, I am excited to share my review with you, and on top of that, we're going to have a nice giveaway attached to you, giving around a sculpture, some numbered and signed posters. It's awesome. You guys make sure you check that out tomorrow. Now, on top of Moss, we are also getting Blasters of the Universe. I cannot stress enough how awesome this game is. Review is well up tomorrow, but you guys, if it is anything like the Oculus or Vive build, it's going to have tons of customization options. It's going to have a casual and a hell difficulty, and it's going to just be a whole lot of fun. You guys keep this game on your radar. It is definitely one to look out for. Now, on top of that, we are also getting Hex Tunnel, which kind of looks a little bit like shovelware to me. If the price suits it, maybe it'll be okay. It looks kind of like one of those runners where you're moving around in virtual reality. Make sure you don't run into things, and some people are into it. I think we're past that point. And those are the new games coming out this week, but on top of those digital releases, we are also finally going to get a physical release for Don't Knock Twice. Now, I did some gameplay of this one. I actually really enjoyed this one of my favorite horror games, other than, of course, Resident Evil 7. So if you have not checked it out and you're looking to increase your physical PlayStation VR collection, hey, it could be a nice pickup. Now, patch-wise, Apex Construct has patched up a whole lot of issues with that game. If you had some problems with movement or anything like that, I knew they were going to have a patch coming soon, and they have already hopped on that. If you guys want to see the full notes, I have linked that in the description. Definitely check that baby out. Now, on top of that, Persona 3 and 5 are going to have some dancing games, you guys. Now, of course, you know, we all love those Japanese dancing games, and gladly they're coming to PlayStation VR. Now, there's not a whole lot of info out about this one, but I know that I'm not personally excited, but I am sure tons of you are very excited, and a lot of people are going to love these games. So, as we get more info, I will share more info with you. Now, news-wise, Facebook is hiring a new person to work on some of their social media platforms, and in the job posting, they said they want to work on platforms that will eventually be on PSVR as well. I can only assume that this is probably Facebook Spaces, which isn't used too much right now, but I think if our community jumped on, a lot more people would hop onto this application because there are so many social apps right now on PC that if a giant solid one other than something like Rec Room hops on the PlayStation, I know we're going to have a lot of fun with it. Now, I know it's Facebook, and a lot of you guys don't like Facebook applications, but I think it could be a very fun way to share a little, like, meeting space in VR. All right, now, on top of all that, you guys, Honor and Duty, if you've not checked it out already, has gotten their VR patch. Now, the VR patch lets you play 5v5 in virtual reality with your aim controller, and it actually is a whole hell of a lot of fun. They've already thrown some patches on there to add player names, and they are fixing a lot of issues here and there. And the one thing to keep in mind, you guys, is this is coming from a tiny indie developer that never had VR in mind when they made the game, and they just wanted to see if they could do it, and they have honestly gotten it done. Now, they've gotten an overwhelming amount of support, so they have decided to make their second game for basically VR, and they have a little preview, which I'm playing up behind me right now. They're calling it Honor and Duty D-Day, going to be a little more cartoony, and I am excited to see what they have in store for us. And please, you guys support these developers because they're working hard, and they really have made a very fun game. And if you've been looking for that first-person shooter, 5v5 deathmatch kind of thing, you got it right now, which is nice. And one other thing, if you enjoyed the Frank Show, you like hanging out with Frankie, and you want to keep up to date on everything, definitely check check out my fiance Monica's Instagram because you never know what you're going to find there. Now, thank you all for coming through. You're beautiful, amazing, most fantastic audience in the world. I know I say this all the time, but I mean it from my heart and soul that I wouldn't be here without you guys. You are the butter on my bread. You're the jam on my toast. You know what? You are the bee's knees, and I'm thankful for you. Now, throw me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, but more important than all of that is that if you're new to this channel and you want to stay up to date on everything PlayStation VR and you don't mind this ugly mug, friggin' subscribe. I mean, come on. Mwah. Smooches. It's the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, Frank Show. It's time for the show.